Greetings to all, and thanks for returning to Everything Tesla Stock. Do you believe that purchasing Tesla stock may make you a millionaire in less than a year? In Kevin O'Leary's opinion, if Tesla stock interests you, please subscribe to our channel and keep watching to learn more. Kevin O'Leary is a well-known Canadian businessman and entrepreneur. Because of his performances on the American reality business pitching show Shark Tank, he is also known by the moniker Mr. Wonderful. He is the chairman of O'Shares Investment Advisors, an index provider operating independently. Mr. O'Leary has developed into a reputable investor over time, and a lot of people go to him for tactics, market development counsel, and investment advice. The stock market has experienced some turbulence in recent months. During the first half of the year, the S&P 500 saw a 21% decline. One of the worst things to happen to the stock market in decades is this. The current state of affairs is referred to by many financial experts as the dip. The question of whether or not to follow the buy in the dip scenario is one that is frequently discussed. Watch this space to find out Kevin O'Leary's thoughts on purchasing Tesla at the discount. Typically, during this phase, stocks are purchased at a discount during a market downturn with the expectation that the price will eventually rise again. Thus, in the event that the stock market bounces back and keeps rising, your upside may be enormous. However, there are other hazards as well, one of which is that nobody can predict when it will start to rise again. The future is unpredictable since it depends on so many different things. Referring back to the Tesla stock, it has fallen significantly in 2020, with the most of the decline occurring since April of this year. The latest events have left many investors stunned, and their optimism for Tesla stock is beginning to wane. Some analysts, on the other hand, are upbeat and advise purchasing during the decline. One of the fundamental strategic investors who is upbeat about the stock market in general and Tesla stock in particular is Kevin O'Leary. According to the analyst, Tesla was the best performing stock he has seen as of 2020. Trevor, his son, was the one who persuaded Mr. O'Leary to purchase Tesla stock in 2019, according to him. According to O'Leary, Trevor became enthralled with the company during his internship at Tesla and came to understand that it is more of an AI and data technology company than an automotive one. O'Leary added that it can occasionally be beneficial to think creatively. He emphasized that the COVID pandemic and the conflict between Russia and Ukraine are the key causes of the current global uncertainties. According to Kevin O'Leary, all of this depresses a lot of investors. In addition, Mr. Wonderful expressed his belief that the Fed is acting decisively in response to inflationary worries. According to Mr. O'Leary, who has supplied rip sheets of hundreds of private companies in which he has equity, he doesn't notice much of a slowdown. The knowledgeable investor further underlined that he is the one who will undoubtedly recognize the first indications of a recession or slowdown in the economy, even if he hasn't seen any thus far. Kevin O'Leary has stated something very important. I believe that at least half of inflation is a transitional aspect. For this reason, I'm investing differently than the pundits, who are very pessimistic. I would never buy the bond right now, even with a 2 and a change 10-year inflation rate. Let's say 6. That is foolish. You're going to lose badly on that. Mr. Wonderful thinks that buying large-scale corporations' stocks, which have significant pricing power and the capacity to weather all inflationary cycles, is the wisest course of action for investors in these turbulent times. Additionally, he said that these businesses frequently have viable business plans and minimal debt loads, which enable them to pass along their incurred expenses to investors and customers. These businesses are better able to survive because of all the previously listed factors. Additionally, Mr. O'Leary stated that he prefers to buy stocks in the aforementioned companies over their bonds. I know with 100% certainty when I'm going to be paid back and when, he said in his explanation, and I would much prefer invest in stocks if I had a long-duration bond and inflation was 6% and I was paying 3.2%, which is about the current average of corporate paper. That is a really horrible place to put cash. According to Mr. O'Leary, when other people decide not to invest is one of the greatest moments to buy stocks and make investments. Mr. Wonderful himself likens this strategy for investing to the lemming effect, a psychological phenomena. This phenomena describes how many people have an innate tendency to act in a particular way just because the majority of other people do the same. The lemming effect is sometimes shown by the scenario in which a crowd starts to run, and many more people begin to follow suit. The tech market share has been slashed in half, yet the top tech companies' growth rates have not slowed. Additionally, according to Kevin O'Leary, there are no indications that the growth rate of the major tech companies is slowing down. Mr. O'Leary was quoted as saying, "I look at the balance sheet and free cash flow. I don't listen to people talk. I examine the cash movement. That's what really counts." We think this is one of the reasons Mr. Wonderful is so sure of his investments and plan. It's an astute approach to the stock market. All market transactions pertaining to the stock have an impact on the stock's price, which is always fluctuating. Every single day, millions of transactions take place. As a result, especially if you have a long-term investing strategy, the stock price is not the greatest way to decide whether or not to purchase the stock. Considering the likelihood that you may purchase an inexpensive stock, buying the dip opens up the possibility of making more money. Nonetheless, choices shouldn't be made purely based on the stock price at a given moment. Rather, they should complement your overall plan. Since Tesla has great potential going forward, we believe Kevin O'Leary is right when he advises buying stock despite the decline. If the market recovers quickly enough, purchasing Tesla stock now at a discount could even give you the chance to become a millionaire in less than a year. Based on available data, Tesla has shipped more over 900,000 cars since the pandemic began in 2020. Elon Musk made another crucial revelation in December of last year. Since November, Tesla has sold stock valued at $16.4 billion US. Tesla revealed a $3.3 billion US dollar net income for the first quarter of 2022. These numbers are higher above Wall Street forecasts for the business. Based on all of this data, Tesla is still in a strong position, and there isn't any indication that growth is slowing down just yet. So long as this fits with your plan and goal, we believe Kevin O'Leary is recommending that it could be a good idea to purchase Tesla stock during a decline. But always keep in mind that investing has some risk, so you should be cautious, thoroughly examine the market, and study the company itself. Kevin O'Leary might be thrilled about a novel battery that Tesla is developing. Tesla began shipping out its Model Ys, which are produced at its Gigafactory in Texas. This concept is intriguing because the vehicle has 4680 structural battery packs. To find out more about the battery, Monroe & Associates, a company that disassembles cars, disassembled one of the Model Ys at the beginning of July. The battery pack appears revolutionary even from the exterior, according to the experts. In their film, Monroe & Associates also highlight a number of the new battery's technological features, but the most surprising finding was how lightweight the battery pack is. The entire construction weighs a mere 1,200 pounds. For instance, the battery pack alone, without the entire structure, weighs around twice as much as that of Rivian's competitors' models. Even though this might not seem like much, in the world of cars, it can really help Tesla maintain its top spot in the market. This and other cutting-edge upgrades are probably taken into account when Mr. O'Leary makes his decision to purchase Tesla stock. I appreciate you seeing. While you're here, click on one of these two videos to view them on your screen. Don't forget to watch one of our other videos. I'll see you over there.